Hey everybody, welcome into Rock Painting 101. Last year I did like a buffalo check, like the red and black plaid design. And this year, everywhere I'm seeing this fun black and white style plaid design. So I made a really quick tutorial on how to create these style of rocks. At the very end of this video, I'll make sure to link to the red and black buffalo check because there's a couple more steps to get to that design past this basic starting plaid design. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. You can subscribe at any time by clicking the subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know what you think in the comments below. Okay, so we're starting out. I've got some base coated white rocks here that we're going to be using, all different sizes and shapes. And then I've got white and black over here in my tray. Now I have probably a little bit too much of each color, but I'm just gonna do quite a few rocks. So the only thing you need to make sure you have is a flat, like square tipped brush. It's like a flat brush. It doesn't come to a point. It's got a nice square edge to it. That's how you're gonna be able to create this plaid design on your rock without getting completely frustrated. You could definitely do this with paint pens if you wanted to as well. So I'm just going to take the back side of my brush and I'm going to marry my black and my white in the center here to come up with a nice gray color. And that's the color you're going to need the most of, but you will want to keep some white and some of your black. You can always get more black and white if you need to, obviously, but the white's gonna be for touch-ups in case we get a little carried away, and the black will be for the center of our designs here. So you do want to blend it well, just like that. One other thing that I like to use a lot when I am painting my rocks are my post-it notes or something along those lines. You want a piece of paper that can flex over the edge, and I didn't even grab them before I got started, so hold on. So the thing I like about using post-it notes when I'm painting rocks is you can kind of bend the edge. If you've got like a plastic ruler, this would work as well, but you just want to be able to get a straight line that can go over the edges of your rock. So we're gonna load up this gray and we're gonna lay our post-it note down, and we're gonna start with our vertical lines and then we'll go horizontal. Just go like right along that edge, just like so. Okay, now I hope you get your lines fairly straight. Now you can go in and clean up your edges after you've gotten down your first coat of paint. I always take and I kind of wipe the edge here just a little bit, and then we're gonna go here in the center, and again you kind of use your fingers to kind of press it down over the edge of your rock. I like to go all the way over my edge. Okay, and we'll clean up that line in a minute because we got to let these vertical lines dry before we could do horizontal lines. So we'll try to space them apart. Now when you're spacing, remember you're gonna have the whole width of this to the side, so we need to be almost to about here. So I'm gonna actually turn my rock around here. Yeah, maybe not, because I don't want to place it on top of wet paint. Just like that. And the more flat your rock is, the easier this is to do, but I wanted to do it on just a regular from the Landscape Company rock today. Okay, so once you've got them on, you can see this one kind of looks a little to the side. We're going to come back through with our brush and clean up these edges. Like so. We're gonna let this dry and then we'll be right back. Okay, for the vertical lines, now that you have some down, you can use your ruler, your Post-its if you need to, if it makes you feel more comfortable. But you can also just use your brush because you can see, since you've got lines that are going the other direction. So I want one to go right across here. So I'm just gonna have my brush with my flat edge where I need my flat edge. And I'm going to make a corner. You want it to be a perfectly square corner. See that? And we're gonna go all the way across, even off the edge here, like so. All the way across this way as well. Off and over the edge. And we want the thickness of this line to be the same as the ones going the other direction. So I add the other side and then fill it in. Go all the way over this edge as well, like that. And we're going to do a couple more of those, at least one more here. You want what's left in the center of your whites to be squares as well. So just kind of gauge looking at that square. If you really want to measure, you could measure this kind of stuff, but I just eyeball it like that. And off the other way as well. I'm going to run out of gray here and try to use what I've got so that it's the right color. Okay, so the other direction, you want to make sure it's the same thickness. And then sometimes you're going to even have to create one more going over the edge down here, because these squares, these white squares, are too much. Even if you won't get both sides, you still need to break those white squares apart. So if you look down here at the bottom, right about here, would make that square. See how that, you don't do that, it just doesn't create the pattern the right way. There you go. Spot there that I'm missing some paint. You clean up any edges that you have while you still got your gray on your brush. Okay, so now I'm going to rinse out my brush because we're going to go back in with black next. And this kind of will dry up pretty quick. And this is the last step already. These are really pretty simple to make. You could do these in any color. Like last year I did the buffalo check with the reds on them. So now we're going to go into our black, straight black. You want your brush to be clean. You want your edge to be crisp, okay? So we're going to go right into our paint. Okay, and then I'm going to pick a corner to start. Oops, I just touched my paint on the back side. I'll fix that in a little bit. So I'm going to take one of these squares. Wherever the two grays overlap is where you're going to need a black square. So I like to start kind of and let a little paint off and then work my way up to a corner and pull it. Like so. Okay. Be careful where you're touching on your rock. Just like that. See, and I went over, look, I went over on this side, so we'll have to touch that up with gray after. You don't want to stretch your square. Like in a normal painting, you'd be like, oh, well, I'll just make my square wider, but it's gonna mess up the effect. So we'll come back with gray and touch that up. That's why we saved some white as well. So see, like right here, I've got a little gray that went over. Go back and touch that stuff up when it's all said and done. You're bound to make a couple mistakes here and there, so give yourself some grace. Once paint dries, you can paint right over it. So you just are gonna go through here in one gray intersection at a time. I just touched that same spot again. It's just right out of my view. One gray intersection at a time. You're going to fill in these squares. I'm going to do one more. I did the same thing I went over again. Like that. Okay, I'm going to keep doing these, but I'll speed it up a little bit here for you. Okay, once you've got all your black on here, you can go back with your gray and clean up these edges if you've gone over like I did in a few places, okay? So you're just gonna kind of go the opposite direction. Just be very slow and intentional. Don't rush it. Like that, there we go. I went over this one just a smidge as well. Like I said, until you've done a whole bunch of them, you cannot expect perfection. You're gonna go over in a couple places. It's simple enough to come back through and crisp up your lines a little bit. Just again, give yourself some grace, okay? And if you see anywhere where your gray just doesn't seem quite thick enough, like right there, I feel like I can almost see some white through. All right, and then we're gonna do the same thing with white. So rinse out the brush real good, get all the extra water off, go in with your white, and you can clean up anywhere where your gray might have come over, just like that. Now you could easily add somebody's name to a rock like this. Once it dries, you could do it in a nice bright red or gold or even green. And get down the side here. I've got a couple spots. But it's just that simple. So it might look intimidating, but as you've just witnessed, even a beginner can create these cool plaid rocks. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Make sure to let me know what you think below, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future tutorials that are made for beginners to be able to do, but we can inspire even the most experienced painters. There we go. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.